What is going on, everybody? This is the Esteemed Gentleman Podcast. I am your host, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, we have Uncle Teabag Tyler Sunt.
Bonjour.
And All Day Eric Deshane.
Hello.
How many weeks have I been calling you All Day Eric
I
Deshane
think
now?
since the third or fourth week.
I was going to say...
Because we didn't have, the whole thing was I didn't have a nickname because we called Tyler Uncle Teabag and I didn't have a nickname. Then you came up with All Day on the Fly and I think they may have been third or fourth week into this whole series, yeah.
It's weird because definitely never call you All Day Eric Deshane
Ever.
outside of this.
Outside the top, yeah, the podcast. It's always been just during the podcast.
Yeah.
All day, yeah, but nope.
Uncle Teabag, that is...
That's synonymous with Tyler. That's never changed, ever.
Yeah, before I even was an uncle, I was Uncle Teabag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing, yeah. I don't know.
It's just become habit now.
Yeah.
That's how
I mean, it leads into our topic because it's weird if you don't say it nowadays. It's part of the
Yes, it is. Of course, Friday the 13th today.
Sure.
That's the theme song from Friday the 13th. Oh my god, you guys.
I love Freddy Krueger.
I love Michael
Myers, my favorite.
I'll be honest, I always get them too confused.
Who?
Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. The movie series. I always think Halloween is Friday the 13th and the other way around. I always get them confused like that. I know the characters, but
They both like knives.
Yeah. I know everyone thinks of Halloween. I think of Friday the 13th. It's just it's not up to my brain with that. I don't know why, but yeah.
I can see it. They wear masks.
Yeah.
They do. And they kill young topless teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they both have overalls or whatever too?
Pretty much,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, Jason has a weird leather jacket kind of,
but still,
overalls a little bit like work clothes.
Damn. What came first? Halloween, right?
Halloween, I think, 1979, and Friday the 13th came out in the 80s, I think, early 80s, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I mean, that's almost enough for it's not copyright infringement because it's just to say a little different, but it's almost like the exact same character.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because the first one, honestly, wasn't even about, it wasn't even Jason doing it. It was the mother, and then they just expanded on that. It's
really?
This was such a huge success, we should...
Yeah.
How do we extend it? Oh, it's okay.
I never did.
Ever since his mother was spilled by the lake where he died, that's when he came back to life and he just started killing everybody. Revenge for his mother.
Yeah.
You killed my little boy. She's going around decapitating these kids. She's this crazy old lady. Yeah, the first one,
Oh my god! Yeah,
you didn't even know that?
I had no idea.
What?
No, I get to watch that movie. I want to watch it. It's a series that's on my mind to watch, but I was never a horror kid growing up.
It's got Kevin Bacon in it.
I've only ever seen a remake, whatever that was.
Oh, we watched it. You and I. Yeah.
Never seen any of them. No.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't like the ending very much, though.
Nah, he jumps out.
Yeah.
Out of the water.
Okay, so it was all for nothing.
Every single movie is like that.
Yeah.
Except for the first one. The girl finally decapitates the mother with the machete that she was using, and then that's the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. And she's the only survivor out of all of her friends at the camp, and that's it.
Just give me one survivor.
Mm-hmm. It's good enough.
Usually that's how it works. Usually.
Yeah.
It's the only Jason movie I've ever seen was Freddy vs. Jason. Even that's not even canon. So.
Oh, that was so cheesy.
It was a little terrible.
But awesome.
I loved it.
But awesome.
Yeah.
That big death match is who would win?
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy who's invincible or a guy that haunts your nightmares? A demigod, so to speak, or a
Did
demon.
Jason even sleep?
They put him to sleep.
Oh.
In the movie. Yeah.
I see.
That's one of the things. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the remake, they made him have his own little underground cave cabin thing where he has a bed and everything. So he does, I think, sleep. He's still kind of a person, I think, except for until the end when he jumps out fucking 10 feet out of the lake.
Yeah.
It's what?
Yeah.
Oh, and he can hit a person on a moving boat going 50k an hour from half a mile away, headshot. But come on. But that's what makes him awesome, though.
Yeah.
It's just a walking death tank. Psycho. The sound he makes is he breathes heavy. No matter how fast you run, he'll always outwalk you.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep. Just
his speed walk always beats your full out sprint. He will catch you.
That one Robot Chicken skits, they always make fun of him with that. It's him run off, he's and you see see the part where him chasing them and see the girl running away and him he's running on a bike, he's trying to get ahead of him and you don't see behind it and finally he gets up to him just
he's all out of breath but pretends that he's not. Yeah. Infinite stamina.
Yeah.
I guess it could kind of make sense. He knows the Force, so he could know shortcuts.
Right, and that's what they expanded on in the remake. That's why he had all those underground tunnels, and he had those little tripwires with the bell, so he knew exactly where they were, so he could go through his little weird ass tunnels.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, it made it more realistic. Because in the old ones, it's just like he would just magically appear right in front of them every time. They'd be running, and then, oh, he's been waiting for them the whole time. It's like, how? Come on.
That makes sense now. It's kind of just put more like reason why he's so like there all the time, right? So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never played the game. Heard the game was pretty good too.
Now I watched just a bunch of videos of it when it was in beta. They looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
It looked fun, but I heard like also it could be kind of glitchy at sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not uncommon.
And by the time they worked out all the kinks, the fad was over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Nowadays, games move so fast that if you're not good at the start, it's tough to keep.
Yeah, exactly.
Those guys went on to make the Predator game. The
yes. Yeah, the Hunting Ground ones, yeah.
They got another bigger game coming out too at some point. But.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. But this podcast is not just only about Friday the 13th movies. We're expanding on that idea because, you always hear some people talk. It's like, oh, it's going to be Friday the 13th. Bunch of crazies going to be out here. So we're going to be talking about superstitions as well as bad luck and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll open the floor. Anybody here?
Have you guys ever had a bad thing
superstitions?
happen on Friday the 13th at all?
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of like you have bad things happening all the time.
But nothing on the specific. You're remembering on the 13th?
If it like happens on the 13th, you like just equate it to that.
You're just like, oh, it's the 13th.
Wow.
That's why it's happening. Yeah. Not because you're stupid and made a bad choice. Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah. No. Okay. That's what I thought. Something like that. But no, I'm trying to think of. I remember one year we had a really bad storm, but that was on happened on Friday the 13th. We're like, it was crazy. We were camping at the time, and like awful winds and storms, like tornado warnings. Like we were terrified, but this happened to be that day. But that's kind of the only thing I can think of that was like a bad thing that happened on Friday the 13th. And that was that kind of it, right? But otherwise, I never equated like, oh, it's a bad day. Half the time I didn't realize it's Friday the 13th. It's just been a bad day because it's just been a bad day, which often happens more times than not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's even like when you have a little superstitions, like if a black cat walks in front of your path, something bad's going to happen, or you walk underneath ladders. Ever since I heard that now, I'm kind of superstitious of that. But even though it's like a safety concern, walking underneath the ladder, it's like, wow.
Don't open an umbrella indoors. Well, no shit. You're going to poke someone's eye out. That's just common sense. Right?
Whatever that is.
See, but for me, superstitions is when I play hockey, I have to put my equipment on in a certain way in order to feel like I did it right and I'm able to play. Right. To me, that's a superstition. That's a superstitious thing for me. It's more of like if I don't, it's my ritual. If I don't do it right that certain way, then I'm not comfortable. I can't play like I feel like I need to play, right? So to me, that's one thing I always deal with that.
Athletes are very
very superstitious. Yeah,
they have their rituals that they do.
Yep, especially like baseball too. Like like you'll see like after every swing, they'll be like swing, and they'll be like take their glove off, put it back on. Spit in your hand. Do this.
It's all about that mindset of just getting comfortable again and just doing what you got to do to get there that level again, right? Which I totally understand.
Yeah,
and playing professional, I understand it completely.
So, I get it. Like I guess it's like kind of like getting the routine that way.
Hyping
like
yourself up.
Yeah. It's like just getting comfortable, getting ready to go again, and do it again. Get comfortable again. Yeah. So
how about when shit's going crazy, but it's like on a full moon? I have to admit, I have seen a lot of crazy shit happening on a full moon. Same. Like kids go nuts. They say it's because the lunar pull, gravity, whatever. It's
I don't know the science if there's anything to it. I just know like I have nurses, family, and friends who all agree like full nights of full moons, it's stupid stuff's gonna happen that night. It's just it's not uncommon.
It's like the kids are possessed. They're
something's weird with the world on
going
full moon
full
night.
Idiots like lunatic kids. Like what is happening? And it's like it's full moon, and it's just like okay that's why.
I know it's weird. It's really. That's really out there for some, but I completely agree with them. I've seen and heard about some weird things. Yeah. This happens to be those kind of nights, sure, but I know.
That's all for the birds, I say.
All for the birds.
Yeah.
I don't believe in none of it. Set up a ladder right now, I'll walk right underneath it.
We should do that. We should just have like all the things.
No,
bad juju. Cat.
No. Bad juju.
Bring me a mirror, I'll crack that shit.
As someone who's always had terrible luck, whatever I can do to avoid not ruining my luck, I'll avoid it.
Right.
Yeah.
The universe, do you believe the universe has a plan for you? The universe is messing with you?
No,
like that? Just, there's a few people I work with.
9 times out of 10, what's happening is often your own fault, but still.
Often, for sure it is.
That weird thing where it's like, come on, that's just dumb luck, that's just bad luck. It's like, it happens way more times than it should for me, I find.
Right. Yeah. How about karma? Do you think karma's a thing?
No.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's karma in the sense of like, if you're an asshole, you're gonna get what's coming to you. Just don't be a dick. But
I think that's just like mindsets. If you're a positive person, you're probably gonna attract more positive ththings to you just because.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you see some pretty dickish people achieving very high standards of life.
Exactly.
Like it's like fuck.
Yeah. No, I mean it's. Karma's a different for everybody. I find that.
Yeah.
Like, it's
and it's always nice when you see people get the karma that they deserve for sure.
Mm-hmm. But you're saying like you have bad luck all the time.
Oh, terrible luck. Yeah, I just have the worst luck.
Like I don't get that. Like
terrible timing, terrible luck. Yeah.
I can't like think of something as like, oh man, I've had bad luck recently. Like I don't know, like.
Yeah, I feel like for bad luck, just making like just certain little choices is like, why would I make? And it all falls basically on yourself for making those choices. But it's like, oh well, maybe I should not go to film school. And it's like, oh, that never happened. Then a few years goes by, and it's like, I'm going to try again. And then it's like, I went for that audition. Remember that story I told you about the audition in Red Deer? It's just like, fuck, I just can't win. And something else happens, and it's just like almost one after another, and it's just like I don't understand.
But that stuff kind of in your control. I mean, there's stuff like out of your control, yet it still goes bad for you.
Right.
Yeah, like that. I find stuff like that often than not. But I always think of the first time I ever drove ever, and it's like the odds. Like, okay, well, it's your first time driving, no driver's license. Like odds of running into a cop, like not gonna happen. Well, sure as shit. My first time ever driving down the roads, what's behind me? A cop car down the middle of St. Lina. Like, what are the odds of that?
One in a million.
Never
chances.
A cop ever in St. Lina. And of course, the first time I'm driving, I'm pulled over by a cop. It's like, come on, like stuff like that. Oh, I always find happens to me.
Yeah, and you see some people just whatever. Yeah, like, never get caught.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing that like I think of like bad luck is like when the probabilities are
so high that
it is wrong.
Yeah.
Like okay, I play this stupid basketball game on my phone. It's a puzzle game. You match colors, and depending on how many colors you match and how the number it increases this percentage of if the ball's gonna go in on your shot, or if you're gonna block the shot. So you're playing against a computer all the time.
Okay.
And like to me, it's like maybe like a normal person would be like, "Oh man, you just have bad luck." I'm like thinking that the game is fucking with me or something like that because all the time I'll be like, "All right, this has a 80% chance it'll go in." Miss, I'll miss like so many times.
Yeah,
and then like the computer, it's got a 30-40% chance it goes in all the fucking time. And I'm just like. Nah, it's not bad luck. They're fucking with me.
It has to be because another game I play too is my Gundam fighting game too as well. And that too, it's a gacha game, which I do hate because you have to kind of if you parts you want, you have to kind of gamble for them, which I hate. But like all the odds of getting these super rare parts is like 100 of them in the game. You can gamble to get some of them. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll go in the pool. Out of 10, there's one of the chances you get one of them. Oh, sweet, I got one. Well, I already own 7 or 8 of this 100. Of course, I pull a duplicate of one I already own. The odds of me pulling one I don't own are way higher, but I get that 5% chance of I already own it. Of course, I get it again.
Of course you do.
It's like, of course, just dumb, dumb luck like that.
Yeah. So. It was like the gacha games too. It's just like I'll do like one of those. We'll pull 10 or whatever, and then it's like. Still never get the high prize player or whatever. But then you go look at the actual odds. Like, oh, you only have a 0.05% chance of getting them.
Of getting that
it's
one.
Like, well, then of course I'm never going to fucking
exactly,
get them.
Right.
You keep spending money if you want that one part. Yeah. To me,
I kind of believe in good luck more than I believe in bad luck.
Okay,
maybe.
Yeah. Luck in general, I believe in. There's good and bad. Just have you guys ever won on a lottery ticket at all, or got nothing at all?
No, I used to play. I used to go to casino in Cold Lake a lot because I went. Well, my dad, and my grandpa were huge casino connoisseurs, so I'd go with them once in a while. Like when I turned 18, they introduced me to blackjack, and literally I won a couple of hands.
Yeah.
And when you're playing for $5, you win. Okay, you have $10. Okay, and he's like, oh no, just leave it. Just stack your other 5 on there. I'm like, oh, that's like $10, man. Freaking Nelson. Oh, you win. Now you have another $10. And it's like, okay, well, 25. My dad's betting the green ones. He's like $50 a bet, and holy crap! But then when he wins, you take home $500 in one night. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So one time I went and I won almost $1,500 playing that night. And that was, I took that home and I was buying drinks and whatever else too. And I'm like, fuck. And I got hooked so bad.
That's
it was
the problem,
really, really bad. So then I went, and then I kept losing. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'm still ahead, like whatever, $1,000,
yeah.
but I lost $500. So got down 500 and whatever, right? I'm like, nah, whatever. So drive back to Bonnyville where I lived from Cold Lake. And then the next night, I'm just itching throughout the day. Okay, I got to go back and make some more money. Then I go back there, lost again, just kept losing and losing and losing and losing, just under the thinking like, oh yeah, odds are at some point I'm going to get it back because that's just how the odds work, right?
No.
Oh, you win once. Oh man, it was so bad. I spent so much money and just went down this fucking rabbit hole, and it was scary. Like I didn't think I was going to get out, and then there was a little mini intervention, and then I was like, yeah, you're right, yeah, maybe I'll stop. And then it's like, oh, okay. But then that's why I don't like going to casinos, because I know I'll fall right back in. It's like with smoking, man, I'll fall right back into it because something that I enjoy, something that's good, feels good, it's like you just can't
that's why I'm not confident enough to gamble, because I always think I have terrible luck. That's why I'm like, no, I don't want to start and think I can win, because then I'll keep spending money and going. It's like, I have bad luck already. I don't want to go more in the hole.
Oh, there's a game that'll suit you perfectly. It doesn't matter what there's always one that'll suit you, like whether it's roulette, whether it's freaking baccarat or poker or blackjack. But blackjack was fucking like the best because it was simple math, something that I could understand very easily. And it's like you have a ritual. Okay, if it's 16s, like you hit. If it's a 17, you hold. Whatever 16s, well, that's the gray area. You can hit or whatever. You look at everybody else's cards, and there's a sliver of strategy. But it's like, it's something that you understand. You feel like you have some control, and then you just get sucked right into it. It's crazy.
Same with the VLTs, like the same idea. People who spend the money on that, it's like that's more or less odds and luck there, I think.
VLTs are a whole nother creature, man, because it's very small amounts, so it doesn't feel like you're losing a lot when you are losing. Yeah.
But I've heard people like, it's not hard. She would lose like $4,000 a month. A person like, how would you lose that much money? But and it doesn't
even phase them.
Night,
because that addiction has just got them like, oh no, I'll get it back because because of the odds.
When I get big, I'll get it back. There's whatever else. Like that's
But that's a whole other thing. That's not just superstitious stuff. Oh, speaking of superstitions too, like even with bingo, everyone has like their little trolls sitting out just the right way. Those little troll dolls. Yeah. And then like when I used to work bingos, my grandma used to go too, and she would have all of her cards just right, and all the colors would be set up just a certain way. And
and you work it too. Like, no, I want. Give me those ones there. Give me those ones there. If you do it a certain way, the wrong way, they'll be mad.
Mix them up. So it's like, okay, so I take one from the back. No. Mix them up. Like reach in, grab. I'm like, okay, like it doesn't matter what.
No, it does to them. That's the thing.
To them, it does.
It does for them. Superstitious, man.
Back at the factory, when you printed these cards off, there was a sequence. That's going to be the winning one.
Yeah, because they all know the ball drop ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah.
See, with like gambling and that sort of thing, like I've only been to the casino a handful of times, and like always is like I'm expecting to lose. There.
As long as you know you're gonna lose.
Yeah, like all right, I'm gonna spend $100, $200 or whatever.
I'm just going there
to have fun with my friends, have a good time.
Just slowly flush it down the toilet.
Yeah,
that's all I'm doing with some drinks and
I'm there to crack jokes in my sorrow at the blackjack table.
Yeah,
right. It's going away.
And you need to leave your debit card at the hotel.
Yeah.
Do not take that with you. Take your $100, $200.
Just give yourself a limit. And that's it. Yeah. I agree.
And stick to it.
Friends were having a tournament at casino, River Cree. It's an arena there and everything else. So they all stayed there. That's a nice casino. So I went to go see them when I was living in Edmonton, and we had like $200 a person. We'll do whatever we can, but not gambling. But I had more fun just sitting by the table, visiting with people, watching other people play than I did actually playing myself. Because it was just like, it was fun to bullshit and just talk about stuff, right? So I never been interested in gambling at all for that.
Yeah, we went to, I remember my dad and we went to Yellowhead Casino, and we were sitting beside this young couple, and there was a guy sitting there, and then his girlfriend, I'm assuming it was his girlfriend, he was playing. And then he was sitting there, and he was like losing and losing and losing. I was doing okay. My dad and I were doing okay. We're sitting at the same table, and we're kind of watching, and he kept losing and losing. And he was betting like $50 a time, like $50 gone. It's like, Jesus. I'm like, holy man, I'm placing like $5 bets, $10 bets. And like, if you hold on like, say like a 16, they're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're fucking up the whole table. It's like, well, I don't care. Like, this is I can do whatever. But if there's like certain codes that you have for the table. Like if you're at the end, you take one for the team so that the dealer doesn't win or whatever, right? Like that's when it's not even fun, man. Like it's a whole nother thing. So anyways, this couple, I don't know why I veered off my story, but this couple was playing. And then he pulls out another like $500 cash, and he's like, I'll cash this in. And the girl was like, I thought we agreed that we're not going to spend this. And he's like, no, I got to get this back because, I mean, I got that payment I got to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're making it worse. I'm like, what a fucking loser. And then me 5 years later making the same fucking choices. It's like, oh my God. And he's like, no, I'm going to get it back, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, you could tell that she didn't want to be there. And she's like watching and everything. And just like, holy fuck. Yeah. I couldn't. Yeah, that's wild.
When it's scary. That's when it's like, something's. You need, luck of the gods for that. Because that's the thing. They're addicted to luck. That's addicted to. Yeah. My luck will change. I'll be good again.
Luck's going to change. Yeah. You can't have bad luck this whole time. Yeah. It's got to turn around at some point. But then what? You get back $50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And like to what you're saying about those like unwritten rules or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense at all because it's like. Yeah, you're supposed to hit on 16. Like, well, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not guaranteed that you might not get like a 10 that you bust the next round. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
No, for sure. That's just how it is, though. Like, that's how they are. It's wild, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some people are.
You got a 16, so of course the next card's gonna be low for you, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Right. You just get another 10. Just that you're taking that 10 instead of the dealer and beating everybody at the table, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
That's not guaranteed to be.
It's not. That's exactly, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's majority of the cards are 10. Well, not majority, but like
a good percentage of it.
Percentage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you should see people when you sit there and you say stand on 2 10s. Oh, do they lose their fucking minds, man? Just lose it. I'm like, what? I got a winning hand here. Fuck you guys. Because you're supposed to split them.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you can win twice your money. Well, then fucking you get 2 10s then. Shut your mouth.
Or I could lose twice my money.
Yeah. Or I could just lose. Yeah, exactly. Lose double my money. Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, no
and then they just get up and leave. It's like, that's right. Get the fuck out of here.
The only when I was playing, like the first time I ever played blackjack with my friends, I was like, kind of like, I don't really know what I'm doing. And like, I think I had like a 16 or something.
Yeah.
17 or something. So I was just like, do I hit or not? And then I was like asking my friend like what I should do. And the guy like next to me, he's like an older dude. It's like, I forget what exactly he said, but he was like, it's like, just do what you're going to do. It's called gambling for a reason.
Yeah.
He's just like, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, let's get this.
Hurry the fuck up. I want to play.
I was like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be fun. You can get with a good table where people are just there to spend their money and they're just whatever. And then it's pretty fun. You meet new people and you talk to them. And, oh, where are you from? Where you were? Blah, blah, blah. And, yeah.
Yeah.
But
gambling, man.
We'd always have enough people that we could like. As long as there was an empty table, we could get the full table to ourselves.
Which would be fun. That would be fun.
If
you're with your friends and you're
jokes all the time.
Yeah, and then if you win, that's even better, right? Like,
it was very funny. I remember because like the first time going to the casino and playing blackjack, we had the whole table to ourselves, and we played blackjack 2 different times during that. We like started out there, went to roulette, and then went back. So like the first time we were playing, it was like a dude who was dealing.
Yeah.
And we were like all just lost right away. Like. We barely won anything. So I was like, all right, let's go to the roulette table. We may have better luck there. After we get that, then we go to like an empty table and get it to ourselves. And this girl's dealing for us. And we're winning. It's like, oh man, we're up. This is awesome. And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, dealer change or whatever. So like it like just rotates. So we got the same guy from earlier. And then just as soon as he showed up, just immediately just start losing again. And then we're like, what the fuck's up with this guy, man? Like,
he's the bad luck.
Yeah. Those poor dealers that do that too. And everybody always razzes them too. Yeah, because you do. Sometimes it's like, is it them? It has nothing to do with them. They just show up and then they just continue, right?
Yeah.
It's just that you got the good.
Mm-hmm. It's also like really interesting. Like, maybe this is just a casino Danae thing. But like, they were like, just stone faced the whole time, like they didn't like.
Oh yeah, that's not common. No, they can't. Yeah, it's.
I don't know. In the city, they were pretty.
I worked a couple.
They're a little more friendly.
At Yellowhead for hockey and everything else, and it depends. Sometimes they're just but like when you work with the officials behind, like with the cash room and everything else, they're like super like strict and.
I guess it's just like quit joking around and focus on.
Yeah.
What you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Make that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got in shit working the last casino we did because the woman who was supervising had to go to the bathroom, and then someone came up who was. Cashing in like $11,000.
Jesus.
So and when you had to call it in, but she knows I called it in myself because I did like 5 already before with her there, but because she wasn't there, I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to wait for her to get back.
Especially when it's that amount.
Exactly. Yeah. So I did called it in with security. It cleared it out. Everything was good. Luckily, everything was fine still. The security still saw it and everything else. but I kind of approved it without her, and whew, I got in shit for it. Yeah. Luckily she was nice enough. She was like, no, it's all good. Like there was another guy who was still there watching, but yeah, it was.
There's two brown ones missing.
A little puckered there.
Just fucking wheeling out.
A little puckered there, yeah. Like, oh shit, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd notice.
I didn't think it was important because security was watching the whole time. Sorry.
Yeah. Just sneak a couple $100 bills out of that 11,000. No one's gonna notice.
I didn't touch it.
I know. I'm just bugging you.
You just call. I was like, you just call it in. It's like, oh, that's it. But then, I was supposed to have her there. Whoopsies. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a chain of command.
Yeah. But
you don't have clearance.
I like
doing
that though. It was fun.
Yeah.
Long nights, but fun. Yeah. But yeah, oh man, lots of money goes through those casinos, man. Oof.
Oh frick.
Yeah.
You see some people come up with fucking stacks or like chips, like all black chips. Those are $100 chips.
Oh yeah.
Like holy fuck, brother. You know what you could buy with that? Yeah, just give me. I just want one little stack.
Yeah.
Oh, all my problems would go away with just this little stack.
You won't miss just one, man.
And just in the counting room, there's like 6 of our teammates just counting all the money goes through, but there's like 7 security guards in there just watching the whole time because like, you don't take fuck all. No. Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
She's got a bat behind you.
Yeah.
Carry to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's I never have complete casinos. I have terrible luck. That's my mantra. No.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I get like some things like if it was like for instance when the whole COVID thing came about and that was like you lose your job because of that. It's like I guess that's technically bad luck or whatever. But I don't know.
Like really, that's like no one knew what was going on. No one had any idea what happened. Everyone was panicking. So yeah, that's bad. That's dumb luck. But I mean that's so far out of your control. That's really nothing to do about that. Yeah, it's tough with that. Because, I'm trying to think what else would be a situation of bad luck.
I don't believe bad luck because my life's supposed to suck, so anything that bad happens to me,
it's par for the course.
Exactly. Yeah. That's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to
when
happen.
a good thing happens, then it's like, oh, I got good luck happening right now.
Right.
This isn't supposed to happen.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Or it's like everything happens in threes, too. There's always that thing. Like whenever something bad happens, it's usually... in the holy trifecta, like 3 things happen.
Rule of threes applies to that?
Yeah,
rule of threes. Have that.
I
never noticed that. No, it's often when something bad happens.
That's
it's like no,
camera.
It's when
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I never
Come on,
noticed
Mr. Filmmaker.
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of out of time.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this thing up. We're gonna record another one right away here. Because this weekend, we're going to be partying hard.
Gonna get lit, fam.
So, we don't want to record on Sunday.
Hungover on Sunday, yeah.
That's right.
There you
All
go.
grumpy and hungover.
Yes, exactly. Well, if you liked watching this podcast on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you listened on a podcast service, give us a positive rating and subscribe to the feed. I also want to say, because I forgot to mention this on Facebook, but if you went to go listen to Monday's episode, for some reason on like all of the podcast services it was like 16 minutes long for some reason, but I re-uploaded it so it should be the proper length. I actually didn't double check to make sure it was. But on Anchor it did say 36 minutes or whatever it was on there, so I'm guessing it should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was just a weird processing thing, I guess.
Shit, it wasn't something that I did. Nice.
No.
Good luck that time, Tyler.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, we'll be back here Monday to talk about something. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out. Until then, bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
See ya.
See you guys.